Hey, how's everybody doing? Hey.
Hey. Chiquita do us like Coach do. She take us live and she ready to go pull the trigger.
Yeah, y'all know it's past my bedtime. Y'all some night owls. I'm not. I'm the early bird. The early bird. So this is the BYOB After Dark show. And my name is
Yeah.
Chiquita Lindsay. I am the co-host of the morning show. So I'm visiting with these ladies, these beautiful ladies tonight. They've been so gracious to host me all week. And so you guys know what to do. Go ahead and share and invite, cause the Queen of Real Estate is gonna talk a little bit about flipping houses, just a little something, and then we're gonna get out of here. And is anybody seeing us on Facebook? Are we good?
Yeah, we're good on Facebook. Hey, everybody over there on Facebook, welcome. Be sure you share out the broadcast. We are super excited to have Chiquita here
Yeah.
tonight and all week, and she has been educating us on real estate. So I'm super excited to hear about this flip. We talked last night about rental property. We've had a lot of great information, and it's just going to get better. So we want you guys to be sure you share out the broadcast, guys. My name is Jennifer King. I am a business coach and I help frustrated employees. You know, those of you that got to get to bed tonight because you got to go to work tomorrow. I help you build and grow a successful online profitable business so that you can exit that job and you no longer have to go to that job. I was a slave to a job for 33 years. Chiquita was at her job nearly 38 years. And we both are so grateful that we were able to build businesses to get free. You see, if you don't do something now, guys, you will be at that job 30, 40, 50 years because you won't be able to retire because you will have to continue to work to live. So Chiquita's given us an opportunity to learn from her, to get on the phone with her, to find out more about how we can start building a retirement now. Whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, you need to get a pen and paper and you need to be listening to this information. So I'm super excited and I got my pen and paper. I got my pen right here ready to go.
Very good. Very
Well,
good.
good evening, good night. Hey, y'all, how are y'all doing? I'm Dion Murphy, the Get Fit health coach over here, hype man, hype diva. And I'm just so excited to learn something new every day, every day. And let me tell you, these days I've been learning something new about real estate, about retiring, and all of that. So, guess what? I want to retire fine and sexy, but I want to retire. Okay. I definitely want to retire. And so, get ready for this valuable information, you guys. And just like Jennifer said, get your pen and paper, take your notes, and then get with Chiquita afterwards and ask the question. Not tonight, because she's gonna be late, but you know, so you'll have a way that you can reach out to her so that you can get the information that you need. So I'm just here to say, not only do you need to take care of your health, and I can help you with that, but you definitely need to take care of your retirement. All right. All right, CJ, come on, the money woman. Come on, girl.
Hey y'all, how's everybody doing? Oh my goodness, yes, it has been an amazing week.
Mhm.
Thank you so much, Shakita. My name is Shaquanda CJ Alston. I am an accountant and owner of Johnson's Bookkeeping and Tax. Well, business owners such as yourselves, you know, you guys hire me to take care of your financial planning. Man, I can't. I want to hurry up and get out the way. Shakita Lindsay has changed my life for the better all week, and it's just getting gooder and gooder. I have my pen and paper. You guys make sure you share out the broadcast, and I'm ready to get started, Shakita. Welcome, y'all. This is
Well,
gonna be good.
thank you. I want to talk about a little bit about flipping houses. As you know,
Mm.
I call myself the queen of real estate because I own a lot of properties. I'm a flipper, and people call us dolphins. The house you see behind me is one of the projects we just flipped.
Wow,
And
Chiquita,
it is,
before you get started, we already had a question about when is the next meeting. So can you go ahead and let Rory know about how getting contact with you?
oh, okay. So if you want to chat for a few minutes, you can go to bit.ly retire me 2020 and get on my schedule. But if you get on there, please show up, because a lot of people get on there and then I guess they forget. So book some time to chat and talk about your retirement, where you stand on your retirement right now, or, you know, how I can help you in the real estate realm. And so each night here, I'm going to come with a different house in the background, that because we're actively flipping. I do what I talk about. Absolutely do what I talk about. And my passion is to help women build their retirement with real estate, help them pull the trigger, get out, get away from the fear, and have the courage to take care of themselves, control their own money, and retire whenever they want to. And so I want to go over some things first time flippers usually run into. Everybody wants to flip houses. I don't know, I guess we make it look so easy that everybody wants to flip houses, but there are some serious mistakes that you could do that will put you straight out of business. You'll never want to flip again. One of them, though, both people, if you're going to flip with a partner, both of y'all can't be too excited. Because too excited people will take a good deal, make it bad, and take a bad deal, make it worse. So it got to be a little bit of balance there. So if you're going to flip with a partner, you know, y'all got to balance each other out. And then another mistake is people don't hire the right essential people. You can't get the jackleg from around the corner, the man that lives in the basement, none of that to do the work. And another one is that people always want a cheap property. So you can get a property that's too cheap that will end up being a horror. So know when the property is too cheap, because you're going to have to spend a whole lots of money getting it together, and you're going to be out of your budget. And so we as women have to be very careful, because my experience is a lot of times men think we don't know what we're doing and they want to charge us extra. So knowing your prices, knowing how to hire the right person that's not going to overcharge you. You know, there's some things you can do to make sure you're not getting overcharged. Some little tricks, little trade that us women learn by doing this over and over. And then, let's see, tip number 4 is you pay too much. You're paying retail prices for a flip. When you're flipping, you make your money in the beginning, you make your money in the end. You can't pay too much. You got to know, well, how is too much? Well, there's some research you got to do to know if this is even going to be a great project for you, because every house is not going to be the right project for you. And then I got off my numbers, but I'm going to go by what's on the sheet. Tip number 6 is you're paying too much for materials. The people know me in the big box stores. They know me so much that I get sick of the stomach when I go in there. So I try to send other people in there. But you can pay too much for materials. How do you know you're paying too much? You got to learn from an expert flipper what are the right prices and where to go and how to get them the cheapest. We as women, we know how to bargain shop. Now, you know how to bargain shop for shoes and clothes, but when you get to a house, it's different. It's different. And so you got to be able to get everything on sale, right down to the paint on sale when you're flipping. All of those numbers and more money in your pocket. There's always something that's going to come up that wasn't on your list. So you got to have a budget for the unexpected things. And then, of course, you know, it's your mindset. Your mindset is key to even owning rental property, to even flipping, because it's a lot of work. Yeah, in 90 days, you can make $30,000 or you can lose $30,000, but you're not in the game to lose. Another mistake, number 7, is outpricing your neighborhood. Maybe you grew up in a neighborhood and you thought you knew what the property values were. Something happened and now the property values are not what they were. So how do you judge? And you can't blame it on nobody else when that happens to you. So you may be stuck with a house longer than you want it to be. And then taking too long to sell the property. If you get in there and it's a bigger job than you thought, and you've got it for 6 months, you're losing money Because what they don't tell you on the flipping shows is all the other costs that are involved while you're holding the property. And all of that eats into you. So all of these things have to come in play. It's like an orchestra. This comes in at this time, this comes at that time. Do you know what to do first? For instance, you can't go in there and put a whole floor down. You still got to do walls and all that other. There are systems and steps when you are flipping. Everybody got to come in at a different time. And those are things you know. You don't have to have a team, but you do have to know who you're flipping. And so those things are very valuable when you flip. And another thing people don't know is you can flip without your money. Y'all, I said, no, not your money. The property you seen behind me was flipped without our money. And so you got to know that you got a great deal and know how to seek those people, those hard money lenders to get money from to flip your property. And so flipping is a wonderful thing. If you could do 4 houses in a year and you made $30,000 on each house, and that's a low number because you can make more. That's $120,000. That's $120,000 a year on top of your rental property income. You could be making $500,000 flipping. So flipping is a great way for you to jump out there into investing, but please get some mentorship, get a coach. The first flip my daughter and I did, we barely broke even because guess what? We ran out there in the streets. We learned the hard way. So don't do what we did. Don't do what we did. A lot of things that I can tell you that don't do now that will save you from getting into that predicament. But otherwise, flipping is fun. It's wonderful when you see a house that's horrible, and then when you bring it back to life, it's gorgeous. I'm awed every time we're done with a property on how nice it came out on our vision. Yeah, and you got to know how to force equity in a property. This property behind me was bought for $32,500. It was sold for $199,711.
Wait a minute. What did you say it?
And the property is the property is over. It was like 2,400 square feet.
Wow.
So we took it and it was 1, 2, 3, 5 bedrooms and 3 baths is what we made it into.
Wow, Chiquita.
Yeah, I bought it for $32K and sold it for $190K.
$199,711. The 7-11 was the day we purchased it.
How was the process?
It took us 4 months. It took us extra because when you're flipping, you got to pull all these permits and codes. So one of our electricians didn't pull the right code for the electricity. Whenever you're working on properties, inspectors ride around and they may come up and say, show me this and show me that. So he walked up and said, where's the permit for electricity? Well, we didn't know where we thought the electrician pulled it. He didn't pull it. So he said, I'm gonna cut it off. They came in 10 minutes and cut it off and it was off for 2 weeks. So that slowed us down. So those are things you don't expect. And this is a licensed electrician. So you got to be, but you still got to keep things moving. Guess what? Yes. We had a generator and we still kept things moving. You got to be able to take those things. How tough is your skin? If something happens, will you drop everything and quit? No. The reward is too great.
Wow.
So Chiquita, you're saying that you're the investor, so you're not even in there like tearing, putting down the floor. I'm talking about you specifically, tearing down stuff, putting down floors, doing all of this because you hire the right people to do that, right?
Let me tell you this. I'm a pointer. I point. My daughter will climb up on things and she'll actually get in there because some people actually like to do that. That's not my thing.
Okay, yeah, but you just point. I'm point.
What are we gonna do here? This goes here. This goes here. Where's this coming? When is this coming? And but we were on it. We had to be down there every other day. Every other day,
yeah.
Because the problem you have with being a woman, a lot of times you tell a man something, and he's saying yeah, but he ain't really getting it. It ain't your vision. So you got to create that vision in his mind and say, now say it back to me. What are you supposed to be doing? Because you'll come back and it ain't what you thought. Because we pay attention to detail.
Oh,
and those are the things that you learn when you're out there. You tell them to paint the cabinets, you come back and the inside the cabinets are not painted. You said, oh, I told you to paint the cabinets. He said, well, you didn't tell me to paint the inside. When I thought there was Porter painting the cabinets. Those little things. So those are the things that you learn, the little things that help you through it. But there's a lot of money in flipping, but you don't want to lose a lot of money. And that has happened to a lot of people. You pay them up front, they never come back. So there, I can give you some horror stories. But if you got the right coach, you got the right counsel, you got somebody to walk you through the process, and you got the right house, you can walk away with a lot of money and not using your own money. Yeah.
Wow. So I know you all have heard it here. You've heard it here. See, Chiquita, share your link, because I was looking for it in the title. Share your link again, because I know that this is some great information, and just by you saying these things, it sparks people's minds, and they want to know more. So what's the link, Chiquita, that you want to share with everybody?
Well, the link for the webinar next week, where I'm going to show some houses and some numbers and some breakdown, is going to be bit.ly undefeated 2020.
Got it.
So sign up for that webinar next Thursday night. I do calls, so you can chat with me, and that is bit.ly/retire now 2020. Maybe flipping is not for you in real estate. Maybe you want to do tax liens. Maybe you want to do wholesaling. You can find your niche inside of real estate investing. What you like to do.
Wow.
Right.
Because it's just not being a realtor. Whenever people talk about, I'm getting into real estate, I used to always think it was just people, they're going over there to Keller Williams, they became an agent or something over there, they're going out showing houses. That's what I used to think. And, as I got older and started meeting people, I started learning that there was different facets to real estate. And then when I met you, when you specifically say I'm a real estate investor, and I'm like, what is that? And so it's so many different facets, you all, and it's so many different ways that you can get into this. Like you say, you could do tax liens, and you could be a flipper, investor, all these types of things. So it's really good that we get this understanding of the different ways that you can tap into real estate. And it just amazes me, it amazes me each and every time. So, and I never forget the class I took. I always said how to get land for a buck. And believe me, right after that class, I was going and searching and using some of those key tactics that you showed, Chiquita, and there was really land out there for a book, but these people grab that stuff so quick. And so, I need to go watch that replay, because there's no telling what's out there now.
I'm going to be updating. They're still out there. I got a client with tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, we're going to go look at a property where she can buy the property and the land next door for $1.
Chiquita, what do you have, so for someone that's really not sure, still scared, like you said, not sure what to do, but wants to do something, what type of, do you have kind of a starting point? Okay, you're not real sure, but trust me, I know what I'm doing, but you might want to start here. Do you give that type, because flipping seems like it's it's doable, but I don't know if I would want to jump there first. So do you have kind of a starting point for people that are scared and like me?
Yeah, the starting point would be in rentals.
In rentals, okay.
If you're going to get the basic and the on ground level and rentals, and that helps you with flipping.
Okay.
Even a beginner, the starting point would be learning how to assess investment property is going to be part of your rental investment.
Okay.
And how to put that together. Yeah.
Okay.
The mindset, the basis, where to look for the property, how to know how much it's worth, what to charge for the rent, the tenant, and all of that. That will help you when it comes to flipping. You remember, we do signature flips. So the flips that you're seeing are over the top. But there's other flips that is in and out, just good and smooth. You can be in and out in 30 days. And my new clients, we only do those simple flips with them until they can kind of get their feet wet and get, you know, their confidence. Because a lot of people go in and say, well, how did you think to do this? And how did you think to do that? It's not, it's a little bit of skill, but it's still imagination. But if you just go in there and property in the right area, clean it up, look nice, it'll go quick too. You can be in and out in 30 days.
Okay.
But, you know, there's other things you got to know. What kind of loan do they have? Are they going to just, I don't want to give too much information and confuse people because I can't give you the whole thing right now.
Right.
So then if I give you a little information, you can go out there and bump your head. Don't blame it on me because you didn't get all of it.
Right. You can't just take a little snippet. So we have a question here. Desiree said, do you need good credit?
To flip a house? No. No, you don't. The house is your credit, sis. The deal is your credit. You do got to have a good house to flip. Right. They, you know, and I teach all of that. In the class, I teach you how to get that money. You don't need good credit. No.
Oh, we have a lot of great questions. Without little to no money, what do you think the best way to build funds to start?
Wholesaling. And wholesaling is action. I'm going to talk about that this coming up this week before I'm off of here. It's an action sport, and you're out there hitting the pavement, and you're actually helping people that have property that don't want it. You're the go-between. You're the matchmaker between the seller and the buyer. So you're finding people that need to get help out of a situation, and in turn, you're getting $3,000, $5,000, $10,000, depending on the deal. But it's action. You got to continue to do it to continue to get paid. If you can buy some business cards, you got a little bit of gas in your car, you know, you're willing to make a few phone calls, that's what you're doing. That's a good question.
Wow.
Alicia. Right.
Well, this is such great information, you guys. And please get your questions in before we get off here tonight. But, you know, get registered, bit.ly/undefeated. Go and
Undefeated 2020, sis.
Undefeated 2020. Put the 2020 behind that.
Yeah, put 2020 behind that. So I got a class coming up June the 5th that's from beginning to end, learning about real estate and all the information you need to go out and purchase your property.
Oh, wow.
Where to look, what to pay. From the time you get it, the lock on the front door, the lock on the back door, I'm a certified landlord. That sounds bad. I'm a certified landowner, the property owner. Right.
Lanisha said this year. I'm not sure what she means about that.
Did I say January? I said June. I said June the 5th.
June.
Yeah, that's it. Yes, June the 5th. That is it. So don't forget about the webinar. Sign up for the webinar. bit.ly undefeated 2020 is there. If you want to book a call with me, it's bit.ly retire now 2020.
That's good, Chiquita. I'm excited.
Right. So real estate definitely has to be your vehicle to build up your retirement fund. If you never flip, if you never want to do anything else, you need to at least own one investment property.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody has to know you own it. We don't even know who owns Macy's. Who owns all these places? You really don't, investors do. You really don't know who owns them. So you don't have to be a traditional landlord to own real estate. You never have to see the tenant. Right.
Wow.
We will be undefeated this year.
Yeah, I was forgetting the year, but guess what? 2020, I put it in there.
That's the word. Okay, Ladisha, that's the word. Okay, guys, we hadn't only been in here for a few minutes. No other questions.
Some great questions.
Yeah. So great questions. You're right. And thank you for the happy faces. I'll be back in the morning on the morning show and back tomorrow night.
It's been a great week. Thank you so much for this information. Chiquita, it's been amazing. I hope the women listen to the information and not be afraid. Like, cause I'm gonna be very transparent. I'm afraid, but you know what? It's time for me to do something. I'm already retired, building my own business, but I need to build some more additional generational wealth for my boys. So this is my way to do that. I just got to get in there and just quit being scared and do it.
Right. Don't be scared. If you got the right knowledge, you're not scared. The same way you, Jennifer, you wasn't scared to walk away from that job. You know that feeling, you was ready to go. You was not scared. That's the way you want to be with your real estate. As long as you have the confidence and the knowledge, there won't be any fear. Your fear is going to be not getting a piece of real estate.
Right, right.
Right. This is a great time to get in position because a lot of things are coming up this year. And next year too, real estate's gonna be off the chain. Right.
Now's the time. Now's the time.
So Lanisha said multiple streams of income. That's right. Maybe you love your job, you love what you do, but you still need a piece of property over there on the side. Maybe you're married and your husband has a great job. What do you have that's yours? What if something happens? What do you have that's yours? Right.
Wow.
Yeah. So, okay, guys, I got to get out of here.
All right, Chiquita, that's a great job. We will see you. Thank you for having us. Thank you for coming in here, guys. If you haven't already registered, be sure you go to bit.ly/undefeated2020 so you can stay connected. Now's the time, ladies.
Absolutely. Good night. Y'all